All right, hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? And welcome to my channel. This is an educational channel where we emphasize digging deep into uh, the distant past and also into the esoteric and obscure and just into difficult subjects and difficult to understand and also difficult to deal with because they overturn your pet theories or they challenge your belief systems. And this segment is called the Q-tip of the spear. And this is targeted to the Q people and the anons, the diggers, the truthers out there. Just me discussing some of my takes on some of the podcasts that I listened to over the last day or so, and just kind of a recap. A couple things. First, I'm convinced that Whoopi Goldberg is a white hat after her comments yesterday or the other day, I don't know when, on The View, where she maintained that the Iran war was a intentional effort to distract the public from the Savannah Guthrie's mom being kidnapped. That there's you know there's nobody who she that had to have been like a humiliation ritual, or maybe she's a gray hat, because just I couldn't even get that out of my mouth if I had to, because it's so absurd. Um, you know, the Savannah Guthrie, whatever her mother's name was, or what is, or whatever. Uh, I mean, that is like distraction par excellence. That's like the most distracting story that I think I've almost ever seen, because it just has no substance whatsoever and no importance whatsoever either. I hope she gets better or they find her or whatever, but if that's really happening, which I'm quite sure that it isn't. But to say that the administration started a war to distract from that story is uh, something that's pretty got to be pretty hard to get out of your mouth, um, because it's just so stupid. Um, okay, then I had a matter that I wanted to talk about in terms of I've brought this up before in a previous Q-tip, but yeah, uh, diggers and decoders, they have to recognize that the world is magnetic and gravitational. There's there's attractions, and so a coincidence is a lot more natural than the odds would dictate, or at least that you would think that the odds would dictate. Their numbers and letters have a magnetic attraction to them. And so if you see a 2 or a 17 or an 88, the chances are higher than just average for another 88 or 17 or 2 to come in next or soon. It's similar to the concept of um, if you learn a new vocabulary word, your chances are very high of, or incredible, the chances are pretty high that you're going to see that word again. There's a our consciousness has a certain attractive principle where these things are attracted to each other, and they're also attracted to their opposites. So, I'm not sure what the opposite of 88 is, but you would, but maybe 17 would be 71, or minus 17, or I don't know. But you tend to see the same numbers more often than you would think because of this kind of charge that exists. Um, an example of the gravitational thing is like Benford's law. If you look at Benford's law, it's kind of like if you just randomly open a book. What are the chances of, like, you randomly open a phone book, and what are the chances of the page that you turn to beginning with a one? And you would think, you might think, that the answer to that would be 1 out of 10. It could start with a one, could start with a two, could start with a three, could start with a four, and so on. But in reality, the answer is uh, over three times that much. The answer is about 30 or 31% of the time, the number is going to begin with one. And almost 20% of the time, the number is going to begin with two. So 50% of the time, almost 50% of the time, the number is going to begin with either one or two. And that's just basically because of a gravitational principle. Smaller numbers are more likely than larger numbers. Um, and so, um, and that is definitely a pet peeve that I do have about some of the decoders. They're constantly going to the low number Q posts, the single digits and double digit numbers, and just the level of attraction on those numbers is not really enough to move the needle for me. Um, you know, uh, when you see the number six and then you go to Q post six, I mean, and think that that's a coincidence, it just really isn't. Not with like really low numbers like that. And then I think my final point is just a heads up. I think that uh, what I think is going to be funny. This whole issue with the bombing of this, what is it, a school building, and they killed about 100, over 100 young girls or something. 100 defenseless people, innocent. Um, and they're all saying that it was the U.S. that did it, and the mainstream media is all over it and saying that the bomb, like, said, made in the United States, or whatever it is. It had identifiers on it that it came from the United States. I It seems pretty clear that it's going to come out that um, one of the Democrats, whether it's Obama or Biden, supplied those weapons to Iran, and they used them, but they were, um, and that's why they say that they're from the U.S., because they are from the U.S., but they're being used by Iran. That's how I would script it. I'm not a Hollywood writer, but that's how I would script it. So um, I think that would be quite funny. I mean, in a tragic way, if these people are really dead, which I really doubt. But maybe not my place to say for sure. That's just, you have to convince me that these are real. I'm not going to give any one of these stories the benefit of the doubt. I have to be convinced that it's real. Okay, that'll do it for today. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and contribute. Thanks for tuning in to the Q-tip of the spear.